Hoi. Ooh woo. So in honor of Black History Month, we're going to use 2 Black Kings for this particular trick. They stay on top of the deck as we have any card selected. In this case, that card is going to be the 6 of spades. Of course, I wouldn't know this
because of my acute mental retardation.
That card gets lost somewhere in the middle of the deck. Of course, never to be seen by anyone ever again. And it's not going to matter because we're not going to do anything. In this case, the kings are going to be the ones to do the work. And if we just snap our little fingers, we see that one card has jumped between the 2 kings. That's right, the 6 of spades. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? We'll do it one more time just so you don't shut up. We'll do it one more time. And this time the cards are going to jump between the kings one more time. Here you go. JK. They turn into the 6 of spades. So, sandwich tricks. Why does every magician love sandwich tricks? This one is just another variation of the classic sandwich load, but this time done from a different position. I think it's a nice way of doing it, a very flourishy way of doing it. And it shows the people that you're doing tricks, that you got some chops, which is going to help you when you're trying to get into their pants. Boy or girl, it doesn't matter. You're trying to get yours. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to get that nut. I've been there. So 2 kings or 2 cards that match begin on top of the deck and you're ready to go. You're going to have them select any card they want. In this case, let's say they pick this one. And as they're looking at the card, look what I'm doing. I'm just lifting up on the kings and I'm getting a little pinky break below them. Because in a moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the card and I'm going to simulate placing it in the middle of the deck. Really, I'm only placing it in the little space that I've created between the king and the rest of the deck. This is called the depth illusion, and I use this while I'm having intercourse with women. So that gets pushed in, but from the front, it looks like that card is going in the middle of the deck. And now we could show these 2 kings openly to the participant with nothing between them, and we're going to take this opportunity to get a little pinky break right there below their card. They think their card's in the middle. Really, their card is 3rd from the top of the deck. Now, at this point, after a sufficient magic move like a snap or a coital thrust, you're going to lift up on all the cards. You're then going to thumb off the first king on top of the pack. You're then going to revolve your right hand, thumb off that card on top of the king, and then bring your hand back down to show that card to apparently have made its way between the kings. Now you could do this in a flourishy way like this. That way revolves around the use of a double lift technique. So I'm going to thumb off the king like I did before. I'm going to do the Stuart Gordon double lift, or I'm going to slide my thumb down the length of the card and then use my thumb to thumb this one off on top of the deck. And then I could do a nice little flourish to bring that king back. And now I've made that card appear between the kings. At speed, the move just looks like this, and we have what is an effective sandwich load. Speaking of loads, you should check out my brand new book, The Art of the Squeal. Look at it. It's full of tricks, moves, routines. You're going to want to make a load yourself when you purchase the book and start laughing because of the immense humor of the content. Also consider joining the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,400 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff. I'm uploading all the time to the Academy. So go ahead, check it out. You could get a free trial by looking at the link in the description section below. Now, the ending here is a little bit optional. You don't have to do it. But what we're doing is we're going to come in and we're going to pinch these 2 cards using our dirty right hand. Now, we're going to turn over these cards, but at the same time, I'm sliding the king to the left. So the illusion is going to be that the 10 is in the same position as the king here. So when I turn over both cards like this, they think that this is the 10 of spades. Really, it's the king. So I'm going to do that one more time for those of you from France. At the same time that I'm going to use this packet to flip over this card that's on a table, I'm going to turn over my hand and just switch these 2 cards. At speed, the action just looks like this. And now in one motion, I'm going to take that card and place it in the middle. And here's a nice little subtlety. If you square these 2 cards up together, I could flash them as I supposedly push their card into the middle. Now, at this point, they think that I'm just holding on to the 2 kings. Really, I'm holding on to the 10 and the king. So now all I'm going to have to do is as I square these cards up, I'm going to leave this king on top of the deck and just lift up their card. So I could tell them at this point that it's going to happen one more time. Their card is going to jump from the middle of the deck to between the kings. Here we go. And then you show only 1 card and we have this weird transmutation where these 3 cards has turned into 1 and it happens to be their card. You like it, don't you? You like it, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Some advice at the end of the video. Boy, what am I going to get into now? What am I going to get into now? This, I guess, is something that I could talk about. I have mentioned this before, but I've realized in using it that it's too long. It's too long. So maybe this first prototype, I'm going to have to change them. What I did is I've just got some index cards and I folded them together and then I stapled it and I rounded off the edges and made my own little notebooks. But the problem is that they're way too long. So what I want is that I want to be able to just put them in my wallet and forget about it. But here, it kind of sticks out. So when I take it out of my pocket, this thing gets stuck. So if I cut this a little bit more on the next prototype, maybe with one of those little things that cut straight lines, this is going to be better off. And also, I might want to use a thicker cardboard for the cover, so that way it lasts a little bit longer. So if you're going to make your own little notebooks with index cards, consider that. You might want to have a little bit more of a robust cover, and you might want to have to cut it thin here on the end. So it fits in your wallet. It fits without a problem. You could have it out. I could take a little notes if I want, like contact USPC, go to the P.O. box, things like that. I have a P.O. box, by the way, if you want to send me cool stuff. Just let me know before you send it, because it lets me know that I need to go to the P.O. box. And that might be the next prototype of a little notebook that I make.
I see you again, when 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 I see